You're watching Celtic Fans TV. Please don't forget to subscribe below. Welcome back to Celtic Park. It's time for Twitter reactions to Celtic 2, Hearts 1 on the day that we picked up the Scottish Premiership title. We'll start with Dan the Man Max. For once we scored early on, then silly play at the back cost us a goal. Well took though, may I add. Hendo, Mikey and Dembele were the standouts today. Wanted Karamoko hit that free kick into the top corner, but he looks like a star in the making. A trophy day win, nice. I think these games can often be a sideshow. On trophy day we've seen it so many times before. The game did get a bit flat, particularly towards the end of the first half, but I thought the introduction of Dembele actually livened the crowd up, it livened the game up. He looked very good, he was very positive, he was driving at the full back. Remarkable for talent for a 16-year-old kid. If he can keep his feet on the ground, the world is his oyster. I thought he was good. I thought Mikey Johnston was brilliant as well. It was so important for him after last weekend to get another start today and to put in a good performance. He got 2 goals, the Man of the Match award, fully deserving of it. It's harsh on him. He wasn't good last week, but he's so young, and he's probably not ready to be thrown into games like away at Ibrox. So massive one for him today as well. Bruce Davidson, apart from the howler from Bain, I thought the young lads performed decent. Wee Mikey stood out with 2 goals, and Dembele wasn't scared to have a pop at goal, 8 in a row. At Buddy Dunn, 7. Other than Johnston, Dembele was the best player on the pitch. Cannot wait for what the future has in store for him. Hopefully he stays with us a few more years. If Lennon can do that again next week, then I have no problem with him getting the job. This next couple of weeks is absolutely massive for the club. They've got so many big decisions to make. We're about 8 weeks from the Champions League qualifiers. The squad needs rebuilt and we need a new manager. I don't think Neil Lennon's the man, because whoever the appointment is, it needs to galvanise the support, it needs to unite everybody. Neil Lennon isn't going to do that. I thought his comments this week about the new breed of supporters that take things for granted, it was pretty strange as well. Look, nobody's taking this for granted. These are special times to be a Celtic supporter. 2 trebles in a row, 8 league titles in a row, hopefully a treble next week. But it doesn't mean that we can't criticise insipid performances like we've seen at Ibrox last week. I just think he's not going to unite the support, and that's almost the most important thing about this new manager. It's got to galvanise the support. We've seen it in 2016 when the last manager was appointed. It galvanised the whole club. We were all united, pushing in the one direction, and we went on a pretty incredible run. So whoever the next manager is, and I don't know who it's going to be, it's got to have that same galvanising effect on the club and the support, the whole fan base. Paul Rooney, haven't been as excited by a debut since I first saw Wayne Rooney. Karamoko has all the makings of a superstar, and Mikey Johnston looks the part too. Don't use that as an excuse to hide the chequebook, Mr. Lowell. I thought the young boys were brilliant today. We've touched on Johnston and Dembele already. I thought Ewan Henderson was very good in his maybe 60 minutes that he got. Played the 1-2 with Johnston for the opening goal. Full of energy. Won a few tackles as well. I thought he was really good. It's good to see that today. As I say, that these trophy days can always be flat, but it was good to see the young players today perform well and to get the win, because it's always nice to get the win. We've got more points than we had last season. We had that before today, but just good to get a win to take that even higher than it was last season. We'll finish with Emmett Brown. Mikey Johnston was unplayable today. Looking forward to the cup final now. Hopefully icing on top of another fantastic season. The league was a canter. The boys down tools after Brunei won the league at Rugby Park. I don't know about that. There was some dodgy moments even after Rugby Park. But look, we've won it, and we did win it comfortably in the end. The performances on the way there weren't always brilliant. We weren't always in full flow, but that's really not important. Where do we go for here? It's on to next week, the 25th of May at Hampden Park, for a chance to seal a hat-trick of trebles. What a time to be alive. We'll see you next Saturday at Hampden for the Scottish Cup final. You know what to do. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you.